And here's how the Nats line up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
David Price is on the mound for game 2. EK, what do you got?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we've got a gold glover behind the plate. How that helps the ball club, you can throw balls in the dirt as a pitcher, cuts down the running game, really impacts the game defensively.
Denard Span heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball 1.
First pitch, 7:07.
Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw on to first to take care of Span for the game's first out.
Well, he really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. It's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Boy, and it's a good night for the old hot chocolate here. 46 degrees at game time. And he falls behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Bryce Harper is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Evan Gaddis set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Price pauses. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, and that was the two-seam fastball, and all I can think is that maybe it started to take off on him just a little bit right there at the end, because it's a pitch that he normally has no problems with.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Jay Hay and Josh Harrison do his thing. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Ben Revere comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Ben Revere.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. a strike to even the count. 1-1. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Grounded back up the middle. There is Desmond. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Not the way you want to start the bottom of the first. And this is a play that needs to be made, but instead, they allow a speedy leadoff man to reach base.
Coming to the plate now, Josh Harrison. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch on its way. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And the runner will get back standing. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded. On to first is Desmond, and that's in time for the first out. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Right fielder.
Brandon Moss gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
You got to make sure if you come inside, you come way inside. You leave it out a bit, he's liable to hit that thing in the second deck.
And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Yanks held in check after one, no score.
Leading off for Washington,
Wilson Ramos will step in to start things for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Ryan Zimmerman waiting on deck. Chopped toward the second baseman. Castro's got it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Price sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Ryan Zimmerman comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch
The
it.
strike, it's 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Oh, that's just a blazer right there. He says, enough with trying to get you to chase. This is mano a mano, and he throws it right past him.
Robbie Grossman will step in now as the designated hitter here in the World Series.
Yeah, and thanks to the American League's win in the All-Star game, we're going to have a DH in games 1, 2, 6, and 7. So maybe a chance for a little more offense than they're normally accustomed to.
This pitch is popped up. Should be room for Gomes behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Nationals gone in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Carlos Santana will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
These guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. and they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. Oye, como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. His first homer here in the series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Daniel Descalzo will stand in coming off a great performance in the Game 1 victory.
And he really is the X factor in this lineup. If he can stay hot, they're going to have a good chance of pulling this thing out.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. That home run being called a 426-foot shot. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch, but as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
0-2, here it comes. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Into the box, Starlin Castro. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Starlin Castro.
Lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Harper. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
One thing you can already pick up on in these first couple innings is that he's leaving the ball up more often than he should. It's already hurt him once on that home run, and even though that's an out, that ball was hit pretty darn well.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 New York. Leading off the inning, Danny Espinosa, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Danny Espinosa.
Price into his motion. Here's the first pitch. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike one. This pitch is popped up. Should be room for Gomes behind the plate. And taken in out there for the first out.
Here's another example of a guy pitching to contact here. He doesn't need to strike everybody out. Just get him off balance, and this winds up a routine pop-up.
In now is Anthony Rendon. As he'll ground this one foul off to the right, it's strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
And if you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Denard Span will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Cut fastball taken for strike one.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. It remains 1-0. Yan Gomes digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Yan Gomes.
Lays off 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Hard to believe he'd let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
1 out here in the Yankees' 3rd inning, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
Well, I think most fans would remember Jacoby Ellsbury's amazing 2011 season. That year he won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and was runner-up for the AL MVP award just behind Justin Verlander. That was a pretty big year.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Drilled to the right side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And here's where, on the mound, you got to tell yourself, you did everything right there. This was an 0-2 pitch, and he did a great job of getting him to hit it on the ground. Just happens to find a hole on the right side. I mean, what are you going to do?
Scherzer will check it first, but the runner's back easily. Here's Ben Revere, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And a pitch out, but Ellsbury stays put. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Three and one now.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
And the count will be full. And before the 3-2, a move to first. A dive, but he's back. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
And this usually stems from a guy that's sitting on a fastball. So when he gets that changeup, normally he's so far out on his front foot, he'll just hook it foul. But instead, this time he's able to stay back, keep his hands back just long enough to keep this one fair right down the line.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, that's the second strikeout of the inning now, sandwiched around the 2 straight hits. He's definitely got swing and miss stuff, and this is a pretty good example of it right here.
Standing in now, Brandon Moss. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
This is pulled into right, and this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 314 sign. And the runner from third crosses the plate, and the runner from second is in to score. It's a 3-0 game.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
High and deep to right. Harper looks up. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his second of the game, and that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now.
Oh, and here comes the long ball again to bite him. The second one he's allowed here in the first 2 2/3. Tell you what, the way he's throwing right now, the third one might send him to the shower.
Into the box now, Daniel Descalzo.
Daniel.
And he'll take a look at ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
4 runs here in this half inning. Hit sharply toward the right side. Harper is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move ahead to the 4th inning now in Game 2. It's the Yankees 5 and the Nationals 0. Ian Desmond is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Price is ready. Here's the 0-1. And that is off the first base bag. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had two bases there had that ball not hit the bag. Settling in now, Bryce Harper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And a high strike there, 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Pulled the string on him there as this is popped up. Back behind second. There to play it is Castro, and he's got it for the first out.
And his control's been real good here into the middle innings now. You'll see where this pitch is. Another great location right on the corner, and he gets him to pop it up.
Evan Gattis now standing in as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
In for a strike. It's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Line to the right side. Moss will handle this one, and there are two away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wilson Ramos. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Starlin Castro is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And the first baseman can't get there. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Hit out towards second. Right to Espinoza. One away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Charlie Blackmon.
Striding into the box, Charlie Blackmon. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. It's a swinging bunt up the line. That rolls foul for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Yan Gomes, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground down. Oh, and it's off the first base bag. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
And he'll be the first to tell you, this may be a ball he should have had. You can see he gets the glove down in time, but it was definitely a tough play. You can't give a guy an error on a ball like that.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Runner at first here, one man out. Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
And even with a 5-run lead, you've got to play with the mindset that no lead is ever safe. So that's a good job right there, taking second and getting yourself into scoring position.
One and one, here it is. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. One out and a runner on second base. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Waiting next, Jacoby Ellsbury. Three-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Whoa, man, the intimidation factor was definitely in evidence there. He's not going to back down from too many hitters out there, especially not your number 8 guys. Threw it right by him.
So 2 are gone now in the Yankee half of the 4th, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. Squared that one up just a little late. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. With the knees evening us at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard to short. Desmond fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Price gets his sign. Here's the first pitch. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Robbie Grossman. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Danny Espinoza stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. In there at the knees, strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike two.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more postseason baseball in Game 2 after this. Ben Revere comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
This is hit on the ground, but foul. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Pulled toward right center field. Span is under it. 1 out.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. The guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
Josh Harrison stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and Now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. And I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now you got the big thunder coming next, so you do not want to lose this guy.
Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Stepping in now, Brandon Moss. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Five runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, with 2 outs and nobody on, the best way to make a team pay for hitting it is to come around and score. Let's see what they can do.
Carlos Santana stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Sent out to straightaway center field. Moving under it, Span. And the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Anthony Rendon will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Here's the first pitch to him. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Oh, and he couldn't help himself there as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's back to 2-1 now. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone. All right, folks. Montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. Swing and a shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And this offense has pretty much been shut down here into the 6th inning. That's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, so time has come for them to start trying to put something together.
Ian Desmond will be the batter. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Well, 2 singles isn't necessarily an eye-catching performance, but hey, I'm sure he's feeling just fine about it.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Now a snap throw to first. Back in standing. Runners on first with 1 down. And another snap throw to the bag. Keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Definitely has his attention.
Weak chopper up the line. Played on the backhand. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
You take a look there at the line from our starter. I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Bryce Harper will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1-0. And this is low, ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
2 out here and a runner at second. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Three and 0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
Looking to avoid his first walk. 3-1. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Ready with the payoff pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Full count. Here it comes. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts for these guys, but not too many walks. In fact, no walks until this at-bat right here. That's their first of the ball game.
Evan Gattis will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
And in a spot like this, first and second with two away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it a 5-1 contest.
Boy, he comes through with a 2-out, 2-strike RBI. That's a real confidence builder right there. And conversely, that's very deflating if you're out there on the mound.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Looking to minimize the damage here. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
2 down, runners at first and second. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. A pause, and the 0-2. Just hung in there on that one. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Revere is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Yankees 5 and the Nats.
Your attention, please. Now
a new pitcher set to take over now, and it'll be the slender left-hander Wesley Wright that gets the call. Daniel Descalso will start things out for the Yankees here in their half of the 6th. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
And goodness, this is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Second baseman.
As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. At last home run, a long one, 423 feet, the estimated distance. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Late making contact on that swing, and we'll do it again on 1-2. hit to third. Fielded by Rendon. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, designated hitter
Charlie Blackmon digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Span will wait on it. And that's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher
Yan Gomes ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gaddis has a read on it, and that retires the side. Yanks able to add on 1. Back here in the Bronx. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Ryan Zimmerman is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Castro to his left. He's there. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Danny Espinoza will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Here comes the 1-0. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Matt Thornton will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Matt Thornton.
Jacoby Ellsbury will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
way outside. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Span is there. 1 down.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Ben Revere gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Here comes the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. One out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gaddis will make the play here, and that's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman, Josh Harrison.
Stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in. This is hit high and deep out to left. Gaddis ranging back, and a scaling attempt at the wall, but it'll be in vain because this ball is gone. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, he had gotten the first 2 guys in this inning somewhat easily, and you figured he's on his way to just going through this 7th inning, but whoa, not so fast. He falls right back down to earth by serving this.
In now, Brandon Moss. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way. Oh, and that ball's absolutely crushed down the line. Forget about it. That's going to stay fair and make it back-to-back home runs. Solo home run that time for Brandon Moss. His first homer here in the series, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Carlos Santana will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. First delivery to him on the way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Span giving chase. A dive, and he brings it in. And on a fantastic play, the inning is over. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more postseason baseball in Game 2 after this. Anthony Rendon will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First offering on its way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Cue shot here out towards short. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, sometimes that's how these rallies start. Little fluke hit, and now they're in business to start things out.
Denard Span digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
You've got to wonder if fatigue's becoming a bigger factor here to start the 8th.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And Span will watch another one miss. It's 2-0 now.
And you can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Outside and low, 3-0.
Boy, a leadoff single, now a 3-0 count. Not exactly the way you want to start things out on the mound.
And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
Ian Desmond will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, strike one. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. It looked to me like that was the right call.
Bryce Harper will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Yeah, sort of a protective swing there as he got on top of this baseball. But the net result is that at least he's able to move these other runners up 90 feet, albeit now with 2 outs.
Evan Gattis steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score too. Nope.
And he lays off there 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Here it comes, 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Skied into straightaway right. Moss is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Nats leave a pair. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Craig Stammen will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Daniel Descalzo comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
Well, we'll see how they try to pitch him this time. If he gets another one up there, he may jump the yard again.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
And the one thing this guy will do, he won't give away at-bats. He may not be the most talented guy on the field, but he'll grind you up there.
Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd home run of the game as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's Starlin Castro as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. 1-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. They had him perfectly set up for the fastball in. They worked the outer part of the plate for 3 straight pitches, and then they bust that fastball right on the inside corner to get the strikeout.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hands getting into good position. The hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one.
Yeah, hard to believe that's not a strike. I don't know exactly where that would have missed.
Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment. And as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Too high, and it's 3-0. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. One out and a runner on third. And he misses with one here. It's ball four. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
It's hard to believe that for all the runs that have been scored, this is just their first walk of the ball game. What they've gotten, they've had to earn it, and they're going to get another base runner right now.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
He's set. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Fastball high, and it's quickly 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And that's over. 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Runners are at first and third, one away. Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. Now, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Here's Ben Revere as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hit hard up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. In to score is the runner from third.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Josh Harrison steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ballgame right here.
Span is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 left. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. The Yankees lead this one 10-1. Wilson Ramos will stand in to start off the 9th here, with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally.
Wilson Ramos.
Swing and a liner, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. On the ground up the middle. Descalzo on the grass, and the spin throw gets him at first. A fine play there for the first out. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Ryan Zimmerman stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Drilled right back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Robbie Grossman. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. In the air now, out to left. Revere is after it. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. Now, he's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Danny Espinoza comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And this is becoming a theme now. It's part of why he's been so successful out there so far. Let these guys chase that first pitch and get him in a hole right away.
Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And that misses 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 10-1. Good night from the Bronx.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees, 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Nationals, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. The winning pitcher is David Price. The loss goes to Max Scherzer. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 34 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.